Thank you for joining us here on the Hill. So you heard some of that there. The wall is some, but not all of the solution. But this is clearly a big moment, right? And a big move and decision from the administration. Does this move the needle at all, in your view?
Yeah, think about the billions of dollars that were wasted because President Biden stopped the border construction, and then he was selling the materials as scrap for pennies on the dollar. So this is a turnaround. And what I will say, I think it's just the beginning. We need to undo the executive orders that he put in place that dismantled our border, that kept it open, that allowed for millions of individuals, allowed for the drug traffickers and cartels to take advantage of the situation, to poison Americans with fentanyl. We need to secure the border. He can do it if he just undoes his executive orders. And so if we can go back to the Remain in Mexico policy that was working, if we can go back to ending the catch and release, restore Title 42, those are some of the things. And then, yes, we should be working on immigration as well. We should be looking at increasing the number of visas so people can come legally, so employers can get employees, so family members can sponsor their loved ones. We need to know who is coming in and out of our country. That's the bottom line. And the only way we're going to do that is if we make these necessary changes.
Congresswoman, there's a lot in your part, a lot of folks in your party, a lot of your colleagues who have talked about the idea of maybe the DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas should be impeached. If you read what he wrote, he's going against the White House here. He's going against what President Biden said today. Do you commend him for what he did?
Look, I think Mayorkas has been an absolute disaster, okay? And he's saying basically that the law is requiring them to do this. I mean, they've ignored the law. That's the problem. I don't think Alejandro Mayorkas should stay there. I think he's abdicated his responsibility. Look, I'm a New Yorker, and in a post-9/11 world, we need to know who's coming in and out of our country. The fact that there were 250 people on the terror watch list caught at the southern border, and that we have 1.7 million gotaways, which means that they snuck in. They had no interaction with our government, no interaction with Customs and Border Patrol agents. That's the estimate that CBP gives us, though. 1.7 million people. We don't know who they are, what their intentions are, and that is a problem. I'm very concerned about that.
You know, the mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, went to Mexico and basically said, we're out of room here in the city of New York. Do you commend him for going to Mexico and bringing that message there? What needs to happen for New York?
Well, here, just like President Biden, we're seeing like a 180 now because the mayor was incentivizing people to come to New York City. He welcomed them with open arms. He had literally the deputy mayor at the Port Authority terminal welcoming people off the bus. He offered free housing, free health care, free services. Of course people were going to come to New York City. It has completely gotten out of control because the mayor insists that they were entitled to housing at the expense of our taxpayers. What I would say is that the mayor should actually go talk to Senator Schumer, okay? Because we passed the Border Security Act that would end this crisis today. And Senator Schumer has it sitting on his desk, refuses to allow a vote to take place in the Senate. He needs to talk to the senator from his own city and convince him to take up some border security measures. And if you don't like our bill, pass your own bill. Pass your own bill, Chuck Schumer, and let's reconcile the differences, but let's resolve this problem.
Congresswoman Malliotakis, got to leave it there. Thank you very much. It was a pretty remarkable news out of the White House and a pretty remarkable briefing today. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
Yep.